Okay, let's call the Windsor Police now on
Welcome
this.
to the Windsor Police Service. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please enter the 4-digit extension number of the person you are trying to reach. If you do not know their extension number, please press 1 and begin to enter the person's last name. If you require assistance or are calling from a rotary dial phone, please stay on the line. Thank you.
A rotary dial phone.
Transferring to an attendant. One moment, please. Windsor Police?
Hi there. I'm calling regarding a vehicle that was impounded. Apparently, it was impounded. I don't know. I guess like on. I have the paperwork here. I got the paperwork like 3 weeks after too, and I didn't actually get any calls from the police for some reason.
You didn't get what?
I didn't get any calls from the police for some reason,
Okay.
and I got paperwork from actually the towing company. Like I don't know. It was like 3 weeks after.
Okay.
Even the paperwork that they wrote is like 3 weeks after, and then I don't know. It was like. It was
Okay,
even,
so what are you asking me?
I want to know. Oh, they told me to ask you. They said the vehicle was actually cleared from the impound like today, for some reason. So it was like I guess it had
Okay,
to.
so I'm kind of getting lost here. Is it registered to you?
Yeah, it was registered to me and it was stolen. I called the police and I said the car was stolen.
Okay, do you have a report number?
I have that somewhere, but they gave me a number. The towing company gave me a number that they said that you would be familiar with.
Okay, so can I have that?
Sure, 21
Yeah.
21-113 102 dash
11302?
no sorry 21 dash hyphen 113 hyphen 102.
Okay, I'm not familiar. That's not coming up.
That's what they told me. Once again, 221 dash 113 dash 102.
So 113102? Is that the last 6 numbers?
It is, and the first 2 numbers are
It's
21.
21.
That's right.
That's the year.
Yes.
Your name?
Anthony.
Pardon?
Anthony.
Last name?
Caporelli. Caporale.
So the officer spoke with your mother with regards to your vehicle. She said that she would get a hold of you and have you call us.
Okay, what was the
She didn't have a different number for you.
Well, I live here. Like the car.
Well-
Okay, so wait a sec. They said, what was the reason it was in my driveway?
Okay, so I'm getting to that. Just 1 second. I'm just going to put you on hold for 1 second. I just have to read it.
Okay. Anyways, what? So they said they spoke to you because nobody told me. You said it was impounded because there was no insurance. Like it was taken out of my driveway. Nobody knows what to say now. They don't know what to say. Nobody knows what to say now. Look at this place. Now nobody knows what to say. It's like the car's gone. You know why it's gone? I was going to do something with it. Or I was actually going to use the exhaust of the vehicle to trace and probably disinfect some mold. And then like the next day it was gone.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, so it was blocking the alleyway where it was parked, so it was towed because it was blocking the alleyway.
What address is that? It was towed from.
The 1500 block of Polisher in the rear alley. So that's why it was towed. They attempted to contact you. They couldn't. They ran the plate on it. The plate has been reported stolen,
That's
which
right.
is why they towed the vehicle and have the plate.
So basically the car was found on Polisher. Okay. Because it was in my driveway. It was stolen out of my driveway. And like there's
It wasn't towed out of your driveway.
my mom says it was towed out of my driveway.
Well, that's not what the officer's saying.
Okay, well, my mom says it was towed, and the keys were the one with the keys missing.
I'm sorry?
The key is missing too. So somehow somebody got the key. So somebody broke into the house to get the key. Like somebody was in the house to get the key, then they got the car. Because first thing I did before I called.
Well, the car hasn't been reported stolen.
But you said it was. I did.
No, I
report it stolen.
didn't. The plate that is on it is not registered to that vehicle. The plate is reported stolen. The plate is registered to somebody else.
So that plate is not registered to the car. What plate number is it?
Okay, I'm not giving you that information.
But
The plate that was on it is not registered to that vehicle. It's been reported stolen. It's registered to somebody else.
so somebody.
That's why they towed it because of that. They can, and it was in the rear alley blocking the alley. That's why it was towed.
So the plate was reported stolen. And the police knew. How did they know it was mine?
How did they know what's yours?
The car was mine if the plates weren't registered to me.
How do they know that the plates aren't registered to you?
Yeah. So how do they know the car is mine? Like,
Because they run the VIN on it.
okay, I was gonna say that's probably the only way.
Vehicle and plates are two different things.
I know. So somebody took.
You must know that. If you own a car,
Oh yeah, I do.
and
But
you know that you didn't plate it because you have to go to the ministry and plate it.
no, I didn't. I just drove it. Of course, I plated the car.
Well, not with the proper plate.
So I put the fake plates on there and drove it to Polisher, and left it
You
there.
put the fake plates on it and drove it to Polisher.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Is that what you're telling me?
I put plates, so I have
So
I have
pardon?
plates. So like I have plates, so I have all the proof to prove that I had it plated legally. I waited in front of Dougal. The line for this COVID shit, it waited like 2 hours. It was around the corner. I remember, believe me. It was
Okay, so
all
what is
the
your
way.
question to me right now?
So now that I bring up that information, it's probably more realistic to know that I had actually waited in line to put plates on the car. So I would not.
Regardless, what is your question to me now? I told you why we towed it.
You
What
guys,
is it now that you need?
I want to know why my car was stolen. I guess I want to know what happened.
It wasn't stolen. It was towed.
Okay, my mom says it was towed out of my driveway.
Well, that's not the case. That's not what the officer is reporting.
How would the officer know? Wouldn't I be charged with misuse of plates?
Well, you can't be charged if they can't find you.
So they can't find me. So I should be charged with misuse of plates. What else would I be charged with?
How can they charge you with misuse of plates if they can't find you?
If
They can't locate you, and you're not in it.
listen, but you're saying they knew it was me that did
Pardon?
that. You're saying they knew it was me that drove the car there and put the
I
plates
never
on.
said that. Nobody said that.
Well, I would have sworn to God you were like, I'm like the car was stolen, and you're like it's not stolen. The plates were
It
stolen.
hasn't been reported stolen. Nobody's reported your car stolen.
But I did.
When?
I have the dates and I have it recorded.
Okay, so what's the report number for that?
I have to go get it. So like, let me get this straight. So you think that basically I didn't report the car just disappeared. I didn't report it stolen. I decided, hey, let's put on fake plates, drive the car to Polisher, and leave it in the alley in the wintertime.
Okay, I never said that. I'm not assuming what you did. I don't know what you did. All I know is what I'm reading on this report.
Okay.
And that's what the officer is saying.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, do you get that part?
So an
But
off.
you're not. You're being like goofy about it. I don't know how it got there,
This doesn't sound
and I
like
don't know who put the plate on it.
I'm being weird about. So this is normal.
What's normal?
So you don't think it's like I would have suspicion? I would just want to know when I have like a bill for like in 3 weeks. I have a bill for like $1,200. I don't even know how that's possible. Rent doesn't even cost $1,200 in a month.
Well, you need. I didn't give you a bill. You
I
need
know,
to
but
contact AMPM Towing.
I'm
with the
just
bill.
saying it's like that's pretty strange. That's pretty expensive. It costs more than a person.
Then you should talk to them about that.
I should talk to them. That's fucking more than that's like a mortgage to park a car in a fucking, I don't know where they put it. Is it like in a condo in Toronto? Anyways, so like anyway, the car was stolen. I did report it. I called twice to report it stolen. And the first time, this chick was like yelling at me. I don't know if she got mad or something like that, because it was like, she said they had to come and visit, they had to go over to the house, and I would, whatever. Just I had to go get the groceries. I was starving. Anyway, so basically, then I call back and I report it, and they say they had to come out to the house, but I didn't want to do that yet at that time, because supposedly I had a warrant for my arrest for some other bullshit that happened where I was supposed to go to court and I was 2 hours late, but they tell you not to go when I call to make sure. Because every time I go to court, they're like, don't go, there's COVID, and you don't go in here. So I'm like, this time I call, and then nobody answers, then I go down there, and then it's like, oh no, you missed it. And then they're like, go to the police, and I'm going to turn myself in now then, because I don't want it to warn them, right? Anyways, long story short, so I'm like, I don't feel like seeing them right now because I don't feel like going to jail tonight if there's really a warrant for my arrest. So long story short, basically, I made sure that the car was reported stolen. They said they have to come out to the house to make a report or something like that. Now, this is really strange because when there's beanies like crazy over here, nobody comes out to the house. You have to put it online. But for some reason, if the car's stolen, they have to come out to see me. I don't know to do what, to like look at where it was parked. Anyways, I did call, and I just thought that was really strange. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's like, basically, like I've had 4 properties that are ransacked. If anybody were to see what it's like around here and what it used to be like, it's like, you would have to be like, I don't know, you don't gotta be Columbo to know something really is messed up, bad, and it constantly happens. And now this happens with the car. So I'm just a little bit frustrated with everything, and I'm just basically wanting to know. I was just wondering, wow, my car's gone. And it's like, and you should see, before that, what happened to the car previous, where somebody just backs into me, just throws the car in reverse and smashes into my car. Anyways, then long story, anyways, whatever. And then I have to walk for a year because, okay, I don't need to, whatever, rant to you about that. So you probably heard enough ranting, and
Okay, are you done there?
well, yeah, but I want to know, like, what do I do? Like I want to know what happened. Still, like
There's nothing left to tell you. That's all I know.
So can I speak to the officer, or something, like I don't really get it. Like, this is like, there's no report.
There is a report. I just read it to you.
So that's the report. So basically, that's how police work is done now. They steal. They almost like, it's almost like there's a theft everything's very suspicious. And then I have a bill for like $1,100 from this like towing place in 3 weeks, and this is all normal. Like, this is just great. Honestly, it's icing on the cake. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like, it's really weird. I like. So,
okay, so I think I answered your question.
So you answered my question. Okay, so they have. So and there's nothing more I can find. Can I get the report? Like, do I get a report?
You can contact Freedom of Information at extension 4145.
Is there a file number? Is there a number that I should
You gave it to me already.
So that's the one that's regarding
Your vehicle.
my vehicle, which had stolen plate, and you won't give me the name, the plate, whatever the.
No, you don't need that.
Okay, I don't need that. That's really weird.
Okay.
Can you tell me whose plates they were? The name of the.
No, I am not telling you that. You want a copy of the report? You can do that at extension 4145.
But isn't that illegal to put
No,
somebody
it's
else's
not illegal.
plates? So somebody can put their plates on my car, and that's fine.
Stop.
No, but like,
What is it that you want from them right now because our conversation is finished.
What do I want?
Talking in circles.
I've
answered your question.
What do you mean? There's like crimes here, and the police are like part of it. It seems like
They've
they're part of it.
I read the report to you. That's all that you need. What else is it that you need?
I would like the report.
Okay, I told you can call our Freedom Information at extension 4145.
So
Do you need to be transferred there?
you don't give it to people directly.
No, we don't.
When there's crimes.
I do not. That's not my job.
So I
do
can.
Do you need me to transfer you there?
Like, can I commit crimes and like get like I don't have to worry either?
You're done. We're done talking.
Like, what do you mean? It's like if my car's stolen, shouldn't I be able to get? They hang up probably. Anyways, are you gone? They're still
Hello?
Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. It's like, so I don't even get to know whose plates are on my car. That's normal.
No, you don't.
That's actually normal. So I can go like put plates on people's cars.
You want a copy of the report? You can call extension 4145. You're not getting that information from me.
Like,
we're not having this anymore. You can call. I'll transfer you there. You can talk to somebody about it.
Well, that's a crime. Could I have that person charged? Good. I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to have that person charged. Whoever puts their plates on my car. Like, is there laws against that? It's called
Station of Privacy, Maryland speaking.
Hi there. Basically, I was just on the phone with an officer right now, and my car was basically stolen out of my driveway, and it was impounded.
Okay.
I didn't know what was happening. I got a very hefty bill in 3 weeks, and I wasn't notified until 2 weeks. I wasn't notified from anyone until 2 weeks after. Apparently, they had
Did you report your car stolen?
Yes, I did. I had reported the car stolen. They had basically, I reported it stolen, but they were saying that that they didn't. The car was not reported stolen, but there was stolen plates on the car. So I'm like, okay, wow, this is crazy because it was taken out of my driveway. Now,
what is it that you require today?
I would like to know like who put their plates on my car and how it was stolen out of my driveway and how they got the key.
So are you looking for a copy of the report?
I would like to copy the report.
Are you looking to if you're looking for information regarding the actual investigation, you need to be speaking with an officer. That's not handled through this office.
Okay.
All I can do for you from this office would be to do a search for your original theft report and issue a copy of that report to you.
Well, yeah. What about what about all the other crimes?
Keep in mind,
Okay.
had there not been anybody charged, any kind of suspect information would generally be removed from that report prior to sending it to you.
Okay, so basically, if somebody puts other plates on my car, that's basically like stolen plates. So somebody puts stolen plates on my car, like that would be at very minimum misuse of plates. Plus a stolen vehicle, plus a break and enter to get the key.
So your house was broken into, somebody took your car and then they changed the plate?
But that's what I guess so. I'm just finding out right now. Apparently somebody...
Is that what they've told you happened when you spoke with the officer?
They won't tell me anything, but I know the key is gone. The key was missing. The key is missing. One of the keys is missing.
So your car's been recovered. Have you been told that?
Yes, it was recovered.
All right.
But I'd like to know...
At this point, what you're entitled to as far as what I can assume you from this office is to take a look for that report and issue a copy of the report indicating the information relayed when it was reported stolen.
Okay.
And the information that was relayed in the report, only in the report, as to when it was recovered.
Okay, so basically, like, as far as, like, people getting caught for stolen cars, like, that doesn't happen anymore. So, like, if you steal a car, there's, like, where it was stolen from and where they get the car?
If there's any retrievable evidence, this is all information that would be relayed to you by an officer.
Well, having stolen...
If your car is stolen and it's found abandoned...
With somebody else's plates on there.
With somebody else's plates...
That's kind of a clue.
Well, not necessarily. Why would it be a clue?
Well, if like, I would be like, okay, like, if there's...
So if I steal your car...
That's right.
And I steal somebody else's plate...
That's
and I
right.
put those plates...
on the car.
On your car...
Now we have two...
You still don't know who I am, and I have no way of determining who you are.
You're right, but that's like, it's very suspicious. You would be like...
Suspicious?
Well, whose plates they are. Like, that's like a clue.
Well, no, because...
So that's... there's no way to ever, like, find this out anymore.
It's not necessarily that it comes from this office, but from, as far as statistically, the number of times a plate is stolen off of an unknown person's vehicle is on a regular basis.
So basically,
Caused.
okay, so it happens so much, it's like, it's not even, it's like, it's almost like the car's not even stolen anymore. Like, because the plates, so when plates and cars get stolen a lot, it happens so much that it's almost like there is no crime.
How so? I
Well-
wouldn't agree with that statement, but
Well, that's almost like what you're saying, because I think like if my car's stolen and I have this bill and there's like plates that are in somebody else's name and my key is missing, there's a number of crimes that would have taken place, serious crimes, in order for all this to happen. Now, this is from the information the police are telling me. But then they're telling me this is what happened, but don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Like at the very minimum, I don't know where I would get the money to like.
again, I'm not quite agreeing with your statement. We can only investigate as far as the investigation will take us, which is what they appear to have done. Like I said, from you've been transferred to this office, and you're certainly entitled to those reports. But and the crimes are noticed. And again, should we receive additional information? It doesn't say in a year or two from now we may get additional information.
Okay, well, usually, like for example, like instead of me having to pay this bill, like I know there's times like
What bill are you referring to?
I'm referring to the bill. I don't know how much it's going to be, but right now it's like 11. It's like almost like 11.20 something, basically, and that's for 3 weeks. I don't even know.
That's coming from what? The tow company?
The tow company. Now, a mortgage for a house like doesn't even cost that much, or is
Why
around
are you
that.
paying the tow company? Because they've been storing your vehicle because you weren't notified that it was recovered?
I was not notified until like 3 weeks after from anyone. So I have no idea where the car is. I'm just like, whatever, it's gone for now, right? And then I find out, oh, they had it for a few weeks, and then there's this crazy bill that's like more than, I don't know, it costs for like rent if you have
And
like.
I can't speak to that, but if you reported your car stolen, you should have notified your insurance company, right?
Yeah, I should have, but I didn't have
Your
insurance,
claim?
which is why it was just in my driveway. That's why it was in my driveway.
What was in your driveway? You
My-
just said your car was stolen.
It was stolen, and it was stolen out of my driveway. Now, if I don't have insurance, that's the reason it's in my driveway, and I wasn't driving it.
So your car was not insured
It was not insured, and it was in my driveway because I need to
without
get.
a plate.
No, I had insurance. I had it registered, and I was driving it for a year, but the insurance ran out. I don't exactly have, it's like I think 11,
Right, yeah.
12. I got pretty good.
I
Like
can appreciate what you're saying, but unfortunately,
Okay,
this conversation is not going to provide you with the information you need because I can't provide it from this office.
okay.
If you have access to email, I can. If you want to give me your email address, I can send you instructions on how to get a copy of the report.
Okay.
If you have further details or you have a concern with the way your investigation was handled, that's something through a different office. You can try and handle filing a complaint with our professional standards branch if you're not satisfied with the way the investigation was handled. But those would be your options.
Okay. Well.
Here you can get a copy of the report, and that's as far as it goes. If you have additional information as to a suspect information, then you need to speak with an officer so that they can investigate. If you're not happy with the way the investigation was handled, then that handled it through a professional standards branch.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure at which point you're at. If you want to, and all this information is on the website if you want to think about it, and then go on the website and you can make your determination from there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just like I go to jail for like people try to run me over and I go to jail. Like, and I don't know, like the police come here all the time. Like for my mom, she's like delusional almost, and they show up all the time. But whenever I call, property.
Well, if you have a concern with the way with your own personal experience with police, then I would suggest you make a call with the professional standards branch.
Oh, I
Because
guess.
they
I
are
don't
the
know.
ones that handle complaints with regards to the way interactions with police.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I don't know what to tell
again-
you. I don't know what to say.
It that's what your concern is about, then you might want to start with them first.
Well, let's just stick to the like some kind of reports, official reports I can get for the vehicle at least.
Okay, sure. What's your email address?
OMC Omega Mother Charlie 519
Okay,
at gmail.com.
at Gmail?
.com. That's right. Like,
Okay.
there's no way I can like go or whatever. You could email it, but it's like there's no way I could. I don't know. I was gonna say I could pick up a copy.
Oh,
Or some-
well, what you can do is I can email it to you. The instructions are in there. If you want to drop your application off at the station, you can do so. But it's not an immediate. The process for doing it, and it's in the instructions, is there's a legislative process on how we handle these types of requests. So they're not an immediate. They have to be go through the process of and they get handled in order received. So it all depends on how many requests are ahead of yours as to when your report will be ready.
So okay. So basically, that's you got to do all that before you can email me the report. On the
Right.
car?
And generally speaking, we don't email because it's your personal information's contained, and the Privacy Commission does not recommend that you send electronically because we can't protect your personal privacy when it's been sent electronically.
Okay. Well, I could just like I said, I would stop in. Normally,
Yep, you can come in and pick it up.
registered mail. That's like sometimes.
What I would recommend that you do is if you want to just mail it into us and in your application put there that you want to be able to pick it up in person.
Why don't you can't? There's like no way to prepare it, or like there's no way I could like. There's no way you can mail it out to my.
Again, I'm still working on requests that we've received in December.
Oh,
And those have to be completed before we can approach ones that have been received in January.
okay.
That's
So
what I mean about legislated. Like the Privacy Act says you have 30 days to respond. So we have
usually,
to
if there's
follow
crimes
and-
committed, I don't know. Like,
Fortunately, I wish I had an easier answer for you if it's just one report, but unfortunately, we're still working on December, and we have to do them in order received.
all right. So okay. So. All right. So basically, it's gonna take a while to get the information on why my car
Right
was
now,
all.
I am working on.
So it takes. That's a long.
So yeah, right now I'm working on requests we received December 30th, December 22nd. So you're probably looking at 2 weeks, maybe 3.
I guess. Okay. Well, I don't know. Like yeah, I'd like to know these things. There's like a lot of
No, it's certainly entitled to. If you reported your car stolen, that's considered your personal information, so we'll certainly release the report to you.
not only that, but it's like I said, like there's somebody else's plates on there apparently, which is probably who stole the car, or is a clue, like at least, and somebody took the key, and there's so many things that have been stolen. Like somebody's been breaking into the house a lot. How do you guys handle that? You report it online, right? Like
We offer
breaking into.
several, yeah. You can report it online. You can you can phone 911 and insist on an officer coming out.
Okay.
There's several options as far as property theft.
I'm usually told to make a report online, but
Sometimes it's just easier.
I don't even believe it. I don't even
You're
do
the
it because
most
I almost don't believe
knowledgeable,
it.
Right, and you just fill out the forms and what have you, and then if there's follow-up, then you should be hearing from an officer after that.
How about physical? If there's any physical like assaults, like does that?
Physical confrontations those are considered a officer attended automatically.
Okay. Okay.
Some people prefer not to have officers attend their address, so they still have that option of doing it on the line as well.
I guess. I would have. I don't know.
Victims out there that are leery of reporting the crime in person, so then they do it online.
Why?
And we investigate after that.
Why are they? Why are people leery? If there's an assault or crimes are committed on them,
We have
It
several
ma-
different options.
it makes me feel like I
Of
should be a
crime,
criminal.
We don't tend to, people need to work at their own pace if you're a victim of a crime. Sexual assaults are one of our options.
Yeah.
You can report a sexual assault online. Some people are more.
What about if a woman because you know what I hear? I hear if a girl nowadays women basically she could just if a guy kisses a girl on the cheek, she could say that's a rape, and stuff
Not a
like
term that we use.
that's considered like sexual assault, I guess, or something.
Yeah, whenever you aggressively approach an individual and invade their personal space under the criminal code, that can be considered an assault.
So that could be considered an
In
assault.
a sexual manner would be considered a sexual assault.
So invading, isn't assault actually like, don't you have to like physically touch
No,
somebody?
intimidation is covered under the criminal code.
So,
Again,
so
a
if
lawyer
you,
would be better able to answer those.
well, do those people usually, do they usually report it online that they were, or like, do they usually
Well,
get?
again, just because someone says something doesn't mean it gets prosecuted. It just prompts us to investigate.
So I don't know. It's like I gotta look at the criminal. I'm gonna have to read the criminal code for that one because it's like really. So like basically, if you get in, so like if you argue with somebody, that's like that could be considered an
If that
assault.
person has a fear for their safety, regardless of whether it's physical or by words, it can be construed as a criminal offense.
What if you're just like arguing and the person's like really just like kind of
But
like,
then they don't have any fear for their safety, do they?
well, I'm just saying like some people.
That's what I'm saying.
What if they're really
That's
timid and
your
they're like,
trigger. Are they afraid?
so like it actually, yeah. What if you're arguing with somebody and they're
You're
afraid?
arguing with someone and you're afraid for your personal safety with this argument, and you feel that this person will follow you and do it. Again, those are things for a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I can just tell you under the criminal code what we would use as far as opening an investigation.
Okay, because it's like I'm telling you, like when Trump was president, people would like I was a Trump supporter, and people would lose their minds. It would be like somebody would be charged every minute.
Well, arguing passionately is a big difference between that and threatening someone.
Okay, so yeah, threat. So basically, a threat might be, you know what? I wonder is it if you challenge somebody, like a gentleman's challenge, like to like a confrontation or to like a physical, say like a wrestling or something.
Again, I'm not going to get into those types of discussions with you because it's not something that's followed out of their office. You would have to actually discuss that possibly with the lawyer. How the details regarding a criminal offense are not something that we would handle through
Okay.
this office.
Okay, because at the
So
same
why
time,
don't you let me send off your application?
okay, because at the same time,
And
we're,
then you can go ahead and fill it out, and then if you have any questions, you can just send me an email.
okay, because you know what our national sport is? Canadians love hockey. You know what the only sport that fighting is a part of? That's part of the game, because Canadians are a little bit tougher. Hockey. The only sport where you could punch each other out, you could beat the shit out of each other, and it's all
those
good.
are changing as well.
So when
But they're changing.
so the hockey is not like you're not gonna fight in hockey. No one's gonna really. How are they
They're
gonna?
talking about it, and you'll see it in the younger leagues. Checking is monitored more specifically now.
Wow, what a pathetic world and nation we're becoming.
All right. So I will go ahead and send that out to you. And like I said, if you have a concern with the way your investigation was handled, you need to approach that with our professional standards branch.
Okay, but as far as any reports go, is there any way I can like I have a number here. Is there any way I can
I'm going
follow?
to send you the application. You have to fill it out, and then we have to take it from there. I can't discuss it any further without seeing the application.
So I have to fill out an application to get information about my car, about the
Yes.
crimes. So is it always like that? Like when crimes are committed, is it difficult for you to get any paperwork? Like if you're
Well, that
a victim of a
depends on
crime?
what you're looking. What you're looking for specifically is something different. I'm doing it this way because that's what the legislation requires that I.
I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I just was like,
Well, why don't you let me send you the paperwork, and then you can take a look at the Municipal Freedom of Information Act, and then that might answer some of your questions.
usually okay, but usually it's like I thought if you're part of the crime, it's kind of like I thought if you were kind of like from the outside, like you're not actually directly involved in the crime, that you would have to apply for information about the crime that you were directly involved in. But you do have to
It
do
says
that.
the direct opposite. If you're not directly involved, you got to apply for directly involved.
Oh,
You
oh,
just
wow.
walked yourself in a circle there. No, the privacy, the
whoa.
Freedom of Information, the Municipal Freedom of Information Act outlines who's entitled to what information
okay.
and who's not entitled to information. So Under the Municipal Freedom of Information, you're only entitled to information as it relates to you.
Okay, can I find out if I have a warrant for my arrest still?
You'd have to give yourself a criminal record check, which is a different unit,
I have to probably apply for that
and you have
information.
to apply for that.
If the police like stop me, like what do I tell them I wasn't sure? I still have to apply.
Well, if you're wondering if you have a warrant line, you can try calling the non-emergency number. If you want to turn yourself in on that warrant, then they can make arrangements
Well,
for you, or at least transfer you to an officer who
Well,
can make the arrangements.
Just everything is so strange. I just want to know. I wouldn't like that hanging over my head. Basically, it's like as you can tell, things are a little weird with the police and things around. Like you could, I don't know. It's a little strange. So I just would like to ascertain if that's something I have to worry about.
Have you recently been arrested or committed a crime? Then it's unlikely you have a warrant.
No, it was a few years ago, and I'm still up on charges for it.
Yes, and did you deal with those charges in court?
No, I did not.
Then it's entirely possible. You might want to contact a lawyer and have them work on your behalf.
Yep. Well, I did. That's what. Yeah. That's like I've been in trouble before, and it's not like this. Like it's never been like this.
So, again, let's start
Like,
with.
I don't know.
I'm going to send you the application, and then if you have any other questions after you read the application, you can just send me an email.
It was for nothing that was that bad or anything though, but
Pardon me.
it wasn't for anything like that bad, or anything. Like for
It's
example,
irrelevant. A warrant is a warrant, but I'm not going to discuss a warrant with you because it's not something that I can handle for you or take care of. That's something you're going to have to discuss with a lawyer.
okay. So basically, call. So right now, I have to call, the non-emergency number again and just see if there's a warrant out.
Well, again, they're not going to confirm it over the phone. They're going to have you come in because they're not going to be able to confirm it's you.
But that's public It's public
So
information.
the only reason that it would work out that way is if you're willing to turn yourself in and deal with the warrant.
No, it's not. It's like if there's a warrant, and then you can prepare for it. It's like, I don't know what do you mean? It's like it's a secret till you get there? Usually if there's a warrant for your
I'm
arrest.
saying that when you're speaking with someone over the phone, I can say I'm John Smith, but I can't confirm I'm John Smith
That's-
until I actually have
That is all public information. If there's a